At some point, many of us learn to trust systems, roles, or people to guide our lives, often with the hope that it will make things easier. But what begins as relief can quietly turn into disengagement, where choices are made for us and direction is assumed rather than chosen. Let's explore the subtle moment when trust becomes distance and how reclaiming presence allows us to steer again with intention. Welcome. This is the Shift Your Perspective series where we talk about viewing everyday life from a different perspective. Today's topic, when we stop holding the wheel. We don't usually notice the moment when we stop holding the wheel. There's no announcement, no sharp turn, just a slow easing back, hands loosening, eyes drifting, because someone else said they'd take it from here. It feels like relief at first, like the weight has been shifted, like finally exhaling after carrying too much. So we let systems decide, schedules choose, expectations guide the route. We follow the signs placed by others, like work tells us what matters. Status tells us what success looks like. Noise tells us where to look. And before we realize it, we're moving, but we're not choosing. Outsourcing responsibility can look like trust, but when we stop thinking, stop questioning, stop checking in with ourselves, we don't lighten the load. We surrender our agency. Because holding the wheel isn't about control, it's about awareness. It's about staying present enough to notice when the road no longer feels like ours. Trust is healthy. Delegation is useful, but life asks something different from us. It asks us to remain awake in our own direction, to feel when something no longer aligns, to speak when silence becomes permission, to remember that guidance is not the same as giving away the right to choose. The wheel was never meant to be abandoned, only shared with intention, with discernment, with hands ready to return when the path demands our attention again. Because no one can feel the road you're on the way you do. No system knows when your grip needs to return. No role can sense when the path no longer fits. So, this isn't a call to take over, it's an invitation to come back, to gently check in, to notice where your hands are, to feel the movement beneath you. And just for a moment, without fixing, without judging, pause. Notice what you're following. Notice what you're trusting. Notice where your awareness rests, because the wheel is still there, and so are you. Trust can support the journey, but presence is what keeps you moving with intention. I hope these words help to shift your perspective, and I'll see you in the next shift.